Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
With an unprecedented city election on September 21st and public safety being an important topic for the citizens of Ocala, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 129 and the Professional Firefighters of Ocala Local 2135 will be hosting a City Council and Mayoral Candidates Forum at the Community Building at MLK First Responders Campus, located at 625 Northwest MLK Boulevard on July 29th from 6 to 9 p.m. It's open to the public, limited seating. These two unions hope to get each other's candidates' stance on public safety issues and how each candidate's policies will impact the citizens of Ocala.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala.
Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well.
Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Friday morning. Welcome to hour number 3. Ocala Talks. About 30 minutes ago, then it's going to be the American Bomb. Now it's time for
your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
That's right. It's Dumb Crook News, and we have a plethora of it right here today. This story is out of Charleston, South Carolina. 3 women and a man went to a restaurant in Charleston to have dinner. Seems innocuous enough. They had a lovely dinner, and at the end of it, their bill was about $77. They left $25 on the table and took off. That's right, the classic dine and dash. Although they left $25, and most people when they dine and dash leave nothing, they left $25 on a $77 bill. But CBS 10 out of Charleston, South Carolina is also saying they left something else behind. A 23-year-old named Sadasia Maginot. She's now wanted on charges of defrauding public accommodations for dine and dash. Because she left her ID on the table. No word on who the other 3 people were, but Sadasia Maginot. She is actually now, with an update, she has been arrested for the charge of defrauding public accommodations for a dine and dash that took place at a Charleston restaurant where, for some reason, I don't know, if you're going to dine and dash, why you got your ID out? Why is it on the table? Did you leave it under the $25? Hey, here's $25 and a fake ID. You look like you're under 21. Maybe that's how they were paying the bill. We'll just leave her $25 and a fake ID. She kind of looks like me. But if you're going to dine and dash, don't leave your driver's license or ID. Dumb crook. Here's another guy, that Nathan Thompson, 34. 34, excuse me. He was arrested recently for screaming about flat earth. Now, look, it's a free country. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can say whatever you want to say. But Nathan got arrested because this is the same guy who was featured in the Netflix documentary Behind the Curve. He was the guy who bounces ping pong balls on hammers to sharpen his mind. Remember that guy? Well, he got arrested in South Carolina because he was screaming his flat earth theories. On an elementary school playground, he was screaming at a bunch of little kids. He walked up during recess last Thursday, yelled, "The earth is flat. Outer space doesn't exist. Take these flyers." He was doing it while he was streaming all of it on YouTube. Teachers immediately went into action, moved the kids off the playground area, told him to leave. But that just made him yell louder. He finally started to leave about 2 minutes later. By that time, police had been called. He was pretty pleased with himself, but he got arrested for disorderly conduct. He's due in court later this month. But he just decided, hey, the adults aren't listening to me. I'll go scream at a bunch of little kids, traumatize them on a playground about flat earth. You know, these flat earth people. There is no outer space. The earth is flat. The moon landing was done on a soundstage in Hollywood. There's a bunch of nutbags out there. And by the way, they're free to say what they want. You just can't go into a playground of a public school or a private school for that matter and traumatize a bunch of little kids by screaming at them. And Nathan Thompson found that out, dumb crook. You know, I'm a jokester. Everybody knows that. I make jokes. But I guess there's something, and I've always said nothing's out of bounds in comedy. Some people in this woke society think there are out of bounds in comedy, but I don't. Everything's in bounds in comedy. Well, maybe not in Vero Beach, Florida. 39-year-old woman was at a barbecue last month, joked about burning the food. 30-year-old guy at the party started arguing with the woman and her boyfriend about, you better not burn the food. I came to this barbecue to eat good food. You better not purposely burn the food. It got into such a heated discussion that he pulled out a loaded gun from his pocket and threatened to kill both of y'all. The guy's brother managed to calm him down and told him to put the gun away. He's now facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 2 counts. What are you in here for? I murdered 4 people. What are you in here for? I murdered 3 people. What are you in here for? I pulled a gun on 2 people because I didn't like what they were saying at a barbecue about burning the food. Okay, tough guy. Note to self, when you're at a party, I'm not going to joke about burning the food. Your hot dogs will be fine. Calm down. Put the gun away. But it just shows the lack of respect people have for lives nowadays. 30-year-old pulls a gun because somebody made a joke about burning food. Well, guess what, pal? They're still out having barbecues. You're in jail getting a plastic tray with mystery meat, some sort of vegetable, and something they call Kool-Aid, which tastes like bad water. Dumb crook. I saw this and I thought, I don't believe I'd have told that story, brother. You know, when you get together with 3 people, it's only as good as the weakest participant, I guess. Michael Charles of Duncan, South Carolina. A lot of South Carolina this week. He lives with a 47-year-old woman named Michelle Fleming. They described their relationship as roommates with benefits. If you don't know what that means, ask your children. Well, last week they invited a 40-year-old named Brian Alden to come over and hang out with him and, quote, fulfill a fantasy of having 3 of them participate at the same time in a sexual activity. Well, things went bad, though, when the 3rd guy invited couldn't perform. Guess he didn't take the little blue pill. That caused him and the other guy to get in an argument that wound up getting into a brawl that ended up spilling out into the backyard where Michael, the man who lived at the home, hit Brian, the man who was invited to join in the festivities, in the back of the head with a brick. The man needed 12 stitches to cover up the gash in his head. All this over his inability to perform and fulfill a fantasy the other 2 had. Are you ready for what happened after that? He gets hit in the head. I mean, come on. That's going to make blood flow out of his scalp. He's already having problems with blood flow. That was earlier in the story. Although, when the police showed there, even though Brian was the one that got cracked in the head, through investigation and ring security footage of the backyard, it was determined that the guy that got struck in the back of the head with the rock actually started the whole altercation, and he was the one arrested. I can't perform. I get in a fight with the other guy about not being able to perform. He cracks me in the head with a stone, and I go to jail because I started it all. Maybe you should, just leave those kind of things to two people at a time. Just saying. Dumb crook. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into Florida Man. Right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source. The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles,